What can you make with steel? Cars, buildings, bridges, ships. What else? How about knives and forks, fridges and washing machines, food and drink cans, train tracks? Anything else? Try everything else. Yes, everything. Because even if something isn't made of steel, steel will have been used to make it. From paper clips to pipelines, paper to plastics, nothing in this world can be made, moved or manufactured without steel. So, how do you make the product that helps make everything else? Well, the quick answer is you take iron ore, coke and limestone and put it in the top of a blast furnace. Blast air at it until it's hot, very hot, white hot in fact. And out of the bottom you get molten iron, the material from which steel is made. Making molten iron into steel involves removing some impurities, such as carbon and silicon. In other words, it has to be refined, and this is done by blowing oxygen onto it. Other elements are then added to adjust the steel's composition, making it suitable for any one of the thousands of purposes for which it could be used. The molten steel is then solidified before being formed into a suitable, usable shape. Well, that's the quick answer. But now let's take a closer look at each of those processes and the effect they have on the production of steel. Steel is an alloy or metallic mix of mainly iron and carbon. As a finished product, its carbon content is between 0.02 and 1.5%. But to start the production process, we need high-quality iron ore. Iron ore is common in the Earth's crust and contains iron chemically bonded to oxygen. This is mined in places such as the Americas, Australia and Scandinavia, and then shipped around the world to steelworks. Ores are then blended together to produce a favourable mix. This mix is combined with coke and heated to produce the iron-rich material called sinter. Sintering reduces waste and provides an efficient raw material for the blast furnace. Carbon is required for the blast furnace, and this is supplied in the form of coke. To make coke, coking coal is heated in an oven. This drives off volatile byproducts and leaves carbon. Gas produced in this process is used as a fuel, whilst other byproducts such as tar and sulphur are extracted and refined. These raw materials, sinter, iron ore and coke, meet each other at the blast furnace, where they are fed into the top of the furnace along with some limestone. A hot air blast, from which the furnace gets its name, is injected through nozzles called tuyeres in the base of the furnace. This blast raises the temperature in the furnace to white-hot intensity, around 2,200 degrees centigrade. This very high temperature is needed for the chemical reduction and melting of the sinter and iron ore to form a pool of molten iron in the lower part of the furnace, just above the hearth. The limestone combines with the impurities